Hey folks, Dahicker from The Six here. Have you ever wondered if there's a couple's floor plan that's got a full wet bath, a couch, and weighs under 1,500 pounds dry with a tongue weight of under 200 pounds? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today, so I hope you'll join me. Let's get started.
Today's video was filmed at Long Haul Trailer Sales in Listowel, Ontario. Big thanks to the guys at Long Haul for helping me out and setting up these trailers. I really appreciate it.
In today's video, we are looking at the Prolite Plus S. It has a length of 15 foot 10 inches, a width of 6 foot 6 inches, an overall height without air conditioning of 7 foot 9 inches. So we're looking at 1,490 pounds for a dry weight. Tongue weight is only 188 pounds. This is an extremely towable trailer. It's just a perfect couple's floor plan. So it's not making any sacrifices to be able to sleep more than 2 people. And I think you'll be really interested when we get inside. Let's start our outside walkthrough here on the nose. And of course we have a 7-pin connector, so this trailer does have brakes. We do get a manual tongue jack, single propane tank. Of course we have our safety cables and our breakaway cable, so all the safety gear that you would expect. And we do have our full-size spare located underneath the front of the trailer there, so that's great. And you'll notice that the battery is not located on the nose, and that's one of the ways they're able to deliver that really light tongue weight. Just backing out, I'm going to show you that we do have the optional front window on this trailer, so you don't have to get the big front window. I like it. It gives a lot of extra light and just makes the trailer look a little bit nicer as well, I think. Here we are on the utility side now, and as you can see, we get 2 nice awning style windows. There is a lot of glass in this trailer. These are standard windows, of course, and just coming around to the front corner here, you can see that we do get a stabilizer, and we're going to have stabilizers on all 4 corners. Our 30 amp plug is right here, and it's the kind that we like where there's no hole in the trailer that anything can get in. So love to see that. In terms of GVWR, I just want to point out that it's 3,000 pounds. So with our 1,495 pounds, you're looking at what, 1,505 pounds of payload. So you got a ton of payload in this trailer, which is really nice. We do get a solar plug so that you can add an external solar panel. Now, 2026s do come standard with 100 watts on the roof to help with the 12-volt fridge. This trailer was built just in between 2025 and 2026, so it has the 2026 decals, but it didn't get the solar panel. You can see that we have a furnace, so there's the inlet and the outlet for it. Nice alloy wheels and on-road style tires, which I'm fine with. I'm not a big fan of the off-road tires because they do create a lot of rolling resistance, and these are going to give you better fuel economy, and gas is not cheap these days, folks. Just nice graphics as well. You can see they've got the little seagulls, the Prolite, and then those nice gray and blue and black mountains, which is kind of a neat setup. Now here we come to our dump area, and you can see we only have 1 valve, so that's because this trailer has a cassette toilet. So this is for the gray tank. The gray tank is 15 gallons, and then we have our cassette toilet right here. And this is a 5-gallon cassette toilet. Coming around to the back. Now keep in mind, you don't need to put black water in your dump hose that you're going to use for the gray water because you have the cassette toilet, but I'd still love to see a storage for a Stinky Slinky in the bumper. And we just have a very small bumper on this trailer. Do get stabilizers on all 4 corners though, which is awesome. Love to see that. And as we come around to the back, you'll see that we even get a back window, which is something you don't see very often. So I love to see it here. And we have a shower. This is a hot and cold shower. But remember, we have a wet bath inside, so we do have a shower inside as well. Shower's right there. Here's the fill for our 13-gallon freshwater tank. There's the city water connection if you're lucky enough to have full hookups. And as you can see, nice marker lights. Nice looking trailer for sure. Now we come around to the campsite. We do get a single step. We do get a grab handle. We do get an orange porch light, and it actually does have a switch on it, which is nice to see. 2 more of those awning style windows, and of course, because they're awning style, that means you can crack them open in a light rain and not worry about water getting in the trailer, so that is a nice feature for sure. Another one of our on-road tires and nice alloy wheels. And in terms of the way the door is held, and I'll just show you that. So we don't have a friction hinge, and we have this plastic holder here. Not crazy about that. I wish they had a friction hinge because you do have this window right in the path of the door, and just be nice to have a friction hinge. But anyway, that's one of my things on my wish list for Prolite. We do have a 6-gallon conventional water heater, and there it is right there. We do get a 12 volt plug, so if you have a cooler or something that uses a cigarette style plug, you can plug that there. Then you have your 120 volt plugs right here. And then we have our outside storage compartment. It's not a magnetic holder, it's one of these plastic holders like so. And we'll just give you a look inside of there. And so you can see there's the hot water heater right there. And you know, it's not a huge amount of space, but you could definitely fit all of your wheel chocks and your stabilizing blocks and your cords and hoses. It's just enough space to fit all of that. I don't know that you could also fit a grill. You might be able to get a grill in through here as well. So if the door was just a bit bigger, you'd for sure be able to fit a grill. But anyway, we love having outside storage on a small trailer like this because that is often something you just don't get. And of course, down below there, you can see that we do have our last stabilizer. And as I said, we do have them on all four corners. And up top, we do get an awning on this trailer as well. And it's the full length of the trailer. It's a manual awning, but they're very easy to use, and Fiamma makes great awnings. So that is a nice feature for sure. And let's head inside the Plus S. Just want to show you that we do get a screen door, which of course is a nice thing to have for keeping bugs out and ventilation flowing. So that's nice. And we'll give you the lay of the land to start. So coming in, we come in at the back of this trailer, and you can see that we have a nice little storage area along with a window right at the back of the trailer. And right across from the door at the rear, we have our wet bath. Then to the right of the door, you have your kitchen. And right across from that kitchen, you have a little bit of storage and also a couch. And then we have a dinette that converts into our main bed, and that is a 54 by 74 inch bed. And we'll start our walkthrough at this part of the trailer. So I'm going to start by just pointing out that we do get great cross ventilation because we have windows on both sides. And there you go. The front window doesn't open, so you get lots of light from that. And as you can see, all of these have blackout shades, and you can put these so that they cover the entire window, or you can have them completely open. Here's one that's halfway, and I'll just show you if I just pull it down like that. And you can see they work with magnets, so they're very easy to use, and you can have them at any height that you want. And yeah, I think they're really neat. I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of these in the RV industry. Again, the bed is 54 by 74, so it's a good size. 6-footers are going to be able to sleep widthways, and 54 gives you a good amount of width. Sometimes smaller trailers like this, you're only looking at a 48-inch bed, so I really appreciate that they're giving us the 54 here. Now, underneath the benches, on this side, it's pretty much mechanical. You might be able to store a little bit of stuff in there, and you can lift up the plywood under the seat. I'm not going to show you though, because it's mainly just mechanical. On this side, of course, we also have that hot water heater was here, but we also have our outside storage compartment, and you can access it, and I'll just show you. So we just lift the plywood up like so. So right here we have the hot water heater, but then you can see that outside storage area. So nice that we have access to it from inside the trailer. Now down here we have the hot water heater controls. Bit of a strange place to put them, but there they are. We do get 120 volt outlets on this side, and then we have our carbon monoxide detector and our fuse panel over there. And that's pretty much the dinette area. Oh, we do get actual storage nets as well. So we don't get a cabinet, but we do get some storage nets, and that's nice. But we do have cabinets elsewhere in the trailer, so that works out okay. Now, this bench just continues on into this couch right here. You can see we do get a storage net there. This is where the emergency exit window is, so it opens a little bit wider. And so you're going to be able to get nice ventilation when you're sitting in this area. And as I mentioned, you could just have your bed set up all the time and then use this as your seating area, maybe with a couple of TV tables or something, which is kind of cool. And you do get this nice little countertop area here. It's a pity that there's not a plug, because that would be such an awesome place for toasters and coffee makers. But in any case, we have lots of counter space in the kitchen and plugs there, so that's okay. We do get some storage here. So nice big storage cabinet, as you can see. And underneath the sofa, there is more storage here as well. And there you go. So you've got a good amount of storage there. You could put some packing cubes or what have you. We have cabinets above as well. So they're not super deep, but just put my hand in there to give you an idea of how big they are. But definitely going to be able to store some stuff up here, which is nice. So they've definitely added storage wherever they can in this floor plan, so I appreciate that. So that is the sofa area. Let's spin around and have a look at the kitchen now. We'll start at the top. So we do have a conventional microwave oven. That is standard. And then we have a nice little storage area right here. And this one is a little bit deeper than on the other side, so you could potentially fit dinner plates or what have you in this one. So that's great. And then down below, we've got a Suburban 2-burner cooktop with an electric ignition on it. So that's great. And this is the same stove that we have in our trailer. It works great. And I love the fact that even though we have this mounted sideways, we still have lots of counter space. So you could definitely put, you know, a coffee maker and a toaster here. And I'll just show you that we do get plugs as well. And hopefully I'm pointing the camera in the right way, but we have 120 volt plugs right here and also USB plugs as well. So you're going to be able to power anything that you put up on this countertop. Stainless steel sink with a kind of residential style faucet. It's not a pull down faucet, however, but still nice looking unit for sure. And then as we go down even lower, you're going to see we have our water pump switch, and we have plenty of storage underneath the kitchen. So you've got plenty of kitchen space, I think, to use as pantry space and to store your dishes, which is great. Close those up. And then we have, and for 26, unfortunately, the 2-way or 3-way fridge has gone the way of the dodo bird, even with Prolite. So we're getting a 12 volt fridge. And now, they are giving you a 100 watt solar panel standard with the 26. As I said, this trailer was just in the middle of 25 and 26, so it's kind of like a 25 and a half, so it didn't get the solar panel. But all of your 26s that you're seeing shipping now will have a 100 watt solar panel along with a solar charge controller. So this is a good sized fridge though. It's very similar to the one that I have in my trailer, and it definitely gets the job done. And we'll just give you a look inside of the freezer here too, so you can see. So that's not bad. I mean, you're going to be able to fit your Ben & Jerry's, fit some meat and so on in there. So that's great. I like this very positive holder that's not going to allow it to fly open when you're traveling too. That is something that is definitely something I'd love to see on all fridges for sure. All right, let's spin around then to the back of the trailer. And you'll see that we have a little bit of storage here. It looks more promising than it actually is because there is some plumbing. So we've got our water pump here. At least it's very easy to access. If you have any problems with it, you're not going to have any trouble getting at it. But you're not going to be able to put much in here. You can put a little bit on this side, and then of course you have this shelf up here. So you're going to be able to get some good storage. But you know, between what's under the couch and the cabinets that we have, I think this trailer actually does pretty well given it's extremely lightweight. So I love that. And of course we have another countertop here. And again, oh, this one does have a plug. So actually you don't really need one on that little one because this would be an awesome place to put toaster. You could put a kettle, you could put a coffee maker, you name it. So love to see that. All right, let's take a peek inside of the wet bath. And as you can see, as with all the premium Prolite trailers, you have a fiberglass enclosure for the bathroom, so you don't have to worry about water. Everything in here is watertight. It actually looks quite spacious, so I'm kind of excited to give it a try. And then we have our cassette toilet, and of course that toilet rotates, so you'll be able to point it whichever way you want, but it looks like it has a decent amount of space too. Well, let's not leave it to chance. Let's give it a shot. And oh, just before I get in there, I'm kicking my shoes off, by the way, but we do get a small RV style fan, which will help with getting condensation and smells out of there. All right. And I apologize, you can see that I'm sweating quite a bit here, but it's very hot today. So not much I can do about it. But there you go, I'm in. Now I'm exactly 6 feet tall. And I mean, I can stand up in here. I do have to sort of bend a little bit. So it's because we're at the curved part of the trailer. So we're not fully 6 feet tall in this part. But nonetheless, I think, now let's just try sitting down on the toilet. So the toilet is up a little higher than I would like. I'd probably put something down on the floor just to get my feet up a little bit more. But in terms of space, it's quite good, and I'll just show you. See, I've got a little bit of elbow room here and a little bit of elbow room here. Leg room is not a problem at all. I have tons of leg room, so leg room is good. So all in all, I mean, I think I'd probably take my shower in here sitting on the toilet, but it would be doable. And there's actually a fair bit of elbow room in here, so I'm quite impressed with the amount of space. It would just be nice if it was a little bit taller, but you can't have everything when you're talking a trailer that's under 1,500 pounds with a tongue weight of under 200 pounds. So I'm gonna give this definitely a thumbs up, and let's continue on with our tour. So I just wanna show you the headroom situation in the main part of the trailer. So I have my shoes on right now. I can just about stand up, but it's 6 feet, and with my shoes on a little bit more than 6 feet. Actually, let me just kick my shoes off. It's not like you're walking around in your trailer with your shoes on all the time. And yeah, with my shoes off, I can stand up straight in the trailer so it's exactly 6 feet. So I appreciate that. Now, in terms of ventilation, you can see that we do have a max air fan right here, and that's in addition to the fan that we had in the bathroom. And of course, we do have a furnace as well, and I'm just gonna spin around, and there's our furnace right there. And air conditioning is optional on Prolights, and keep in mind that they are built in up here in Canada, and we don't necessarily need air conditioning all the time, but you can get it equipped with everything you need to stay warm or cool, depending on what the weather is doing. And I really appreciate the fact that we get a max air fan as standard. One nice little feature in addition to the max air fan, we do have this little switch here, and it controls these little ambient lights or little sort of courtesy lights. And I'll just show you, there's one right here. I'll just flip the switch on, and hopefully you can see that. So you can leave those on at night so that you don't trip over anything. And there's one even outside the trailer at the step to keep you safe when you're getting in and out of the trailer. Nice little feature that Prolite adds.
Let's talk price. The 2026 Prolite Plus S shown in this video has a web price of 38,500 Canadian dollars in August of 2026 at long haul trailer sales. Note they also have a 2025 which is priced at 34,995 Canadian dollars. I only found one Plus S at a US dealer in Texas, and it was priced at $30,200 US dollars. Now it's time for my final thoughts on the 2026 Prolite Plus S, and let me say I like this camper more than I thought I would coming in. The first thing that impresses me is the light weights of this trailer. At under 1,500 pounds dry and under 200 pounds for tongue weight, it's impressive indeed. I also love that this floor plan allows for a small couch even while the bed is set up. On the outside, the single-piece fiberglass roof from nose to rear bumper is also a real pro in my books. Back inside, I appreciate the 6-foot standing height, which is better than some similarly sized trailers. Of course, if you're taller than 6 feet, the interior height could be seen as a con. The shower height could also be taller, although the overall bathroom space is surprisingly quite good in this trailer. Another potential con is small tanks, but smaller tanks may be a fair trade-off given the light towing weights of this trailer. My only other con is a very subjective one, and it's the dark interior cabinet color. I'd love to see a brighter and more modern look. Now, when you put all the pros and cons together, I think the Prolite Plus S is a compelling choice for couples who need an ultralight trailer and prefer a permanent couch to a permanent dinette. Given that its price comes in under $40,000, I think there's real value here. What do you think? Is the Plus S great value? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see a very similar couples trailer from Prolite with a permanent dinette, click the link on the screen. Big thanks to Long Haul Trailer Sales for hosting me while I filmed this video. Thanks for watching and take care.